Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing 5 looks, 1 palette with the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot palette that just came out, and it looks something like this. Now, I see a lot of people who have gotten this in PR who are just going crazy over this palette, but I know this brand is owned by Angelica Newgrist, and a lot of the people that she sends out her PR to are like her best friends, so we are going to see. I don't get real excited when I see this palette, so we're going to get the real tea on this palette. So we're going to see if we can come up with 5 looks with this palette. I mean, I like this color story, but it's not like totally exciting to me. I think this palette would make some nice looks. It's really pretty, but we're going to play with, I think, this shade, and this shade today, and probably use this. It looks like it might be a duochrome in this shade right here. So we're playing with Rattan, Velvet, Groovy, and Boogie. So this is like a 70s themed palette. So I like that it's a 70s themed palette. So let's go ahead and go into Velvet, which is like this mustard shaded yellow. I do like this color. That is a very pretty color. Okay, I took the day off yesterday. I didn't wear any makeup, which is a big feat for me because I usually wear makeup every day. And this was a success. I went and got my nails done. I went and got coffee, and nobody told me I looked sick or anything like that. Nobody asked me if I was okay. Everything went just fine. So it was a successful day. So I'm going into the shade Rattan, which is a little lighter, a little bit lighter. I am going out today to go to lunch with my daughter. Okay, I'm just laying on a little bit of that color. This is a very pigmented palette. This might be a quick look today, because these are very pigmented colors. So I'm very impressed with that. This palette was only $45, which is a good price for an indie brand, I think. Ooh, and that's a very pigmented brown too. You're not going to find a lot of special shades in this palette though. Not like a Bella Beauty Bar palette. But this does blend out very well. It's a very good formula. Her formulas are usually very good. That's why I like getting her palettes. She has a very nice formula. Well, that blended out beautifully. I love a yellow. I just love a yellow and brown look. I like palettes where you don't have to spend a lot of time blending. I just do. Now, do I want to use Groovy or do I want to use Jumpsuit? I want to try out this Groovy shade because it looks like it's a dual chrome. Beautiful, does not disappoint. It looks like it has a little bit of green in it. Okay, let me clean up this look some. Gotta clean up inside here. For sure. I like that it has a white shade in here too. So we'll use that for the inner corner. Ooh, I really like this look. Let's take that boogie shade. I'll probably be using that boogie shade a lot this week. Just saying. And we'll probably be using the greens tomorrow. I've been using a lot of palettes with greens in them. Haven't I? Although it doesn't have to be a completely green look. Let's use that white. That matte white in the inner corner. Because there is a shimmery white too. But I want to use the matte white in the inner corner. And boy, howdy, is that pigmented. Wow. Look at how pigmented that is. Okay, I'm going to put on some mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, and here we have the first look from this palette. I think it turned out very good. I really like this look. I really like this look. And I used the shades that I said I was going to. I used this shade here called Rattan, this shade here called Velvet. Right here, these two shades, which are very similar, by the way. And this shade here called Boogie. And then this shade here called Groovy, and then this shade here, which is actually called Shag Rug. Shag Rug. Okay. Which my grandparents had a shag rug, and it was more of this color. I remember when my grandparents had a shag rug in their house growing up in the 70s. So let me know what you think of this look, and then yeah, and then we will move on towards another look, and I will be right back. We're on to look number 2, and we're going to try out some of these greens. I'm thinking I want to try out a green and brown look. Yes, I want to try this boogie again with this paisley, and try out this bell bottom here, and then this green shimmer here called chevron. So I want to use these 4 colors here. So let's get into this look here, just moving some things around here. So we're going to start off with paisley. And yeah, a nice dark green. I didn't want this to be an all green look. This might be the same level of tone as that brown, so I don't know. This might turn out a little muddy. I'm willing to take that chance. So I went out to lunch with my daughter. Yesterday we went to Olive Garden because they were having their never-ending pasta bowl. And we're just basic like that. We like Olive Garden. And I love me some spaghetti with meat sauce. Okay, I'm going into bell bottom. And we just got to talk. There's a few times I can get my daughter to open up to me. It's just when I take her out to lunch. So it was nice having some mother-daughter time. Oh, I like that light green, this bell bottom color. So for my first bowl of pasta, I got the rigatoni with the 5 cheese sauce, and it was so good. I ate the whole thing. Of course, I got the salad and breadsticks. And the second bowl they bring you is a lot smaller, but it's probably for a good thing. I got the meat sauce and spaghetti, and I got most of it to go. My daughter had gotten the fettuccine alfredo with chicken, and then she got the 5 cheese rigatoni for her second bowl, and she got that to go too. That's really worth it if you get, like, even if you just get 2 bowls of pasta. One to eat there and one to take to go. I got my nails done this color this week to match, or to kind of similarly match the looks that I'm doing this week. I don't know if they'll match the looks that I'm doing next week. I can't remember what palette I'm using next week. Okay, I'm using the Boogie color next. Okay, I think if you don't go too wild with that color, it blends in real nicely. It kind of deepens up that green color, that paisley color. Let's put a little bit more paisley in. Lighten it up a little bit with that boot cut. Boot cut? No, bell bottom. Boot cut. Okay, looking good. Just put some of that boogie on my lid. Then I'm going to take that shimmer shade called Chevron, or do I want to use Glam Rock? Let's take Glam Rock. Sorry about that. Let's take Glam Rock here. I always change my mind at the last minute. It's a little more brown. I'm just getting tired of doing all green looks. Oh, look at me getting all messy over here. Yes, I think that was a good idea. But I need to clean up my look. Of course, I'm sure the green would have been spectacular too. Okay, we're going to take some of that boogie. Or should we take Paisley? Let's take a combination of both. And put it in the lash line. Okay, let me take a look at this eyeliner I've got called Olive. And let me put it in the waterline. It's from Victoria Beckham. Of course it's got me crying now. I'll take a little bit out of that lash line. Let me line my upper lash line. Okay, I think that matches. What do I think? This is probably too big to take with me. So I'm just gonna put it over here. Let me go put on my mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, and here's the final look that we've got going on here. I think I like it. I still like yesterday's look better, but this is a nice look. So here we go right here. And I use those, oh, I put shag rug in my inner corner while I was gone too. And let me know what you think down in the comments below. So we've got 2 good looks out of this palette so far. Let's see if we can keep on going and move on to look number 3. We're on to look number 3, and I think I want to use this shade here. And I don't think I used, wait, yeah, this shade here, these two shades here, and yes, I'll probably use Boogie again, but then I think I want to use this shade here, Jumpsuit. I don't think I used that one. And then I will use Disco in my inner corner. That is a shimmer shade instead of using Shag Rug this time. So let us go ahead and get started with, what did I say? Earthy. We'll start with Earthy. So I will put that in the crease. So it is Tuesday here. Let me move my wig up a little bit so y'all can see. It is Tuesday, probably my least favorite day of the week. Did I say that last week? Probably. Does anybody watch Netflix? Is there anything on Netflix that I should be watching? Anything? I also just got a subscription to Paramount Plus. Is there anything on there that you can recommend on Paramount Plus? I haven't set it up yet. So I haven't looked to see what there is. So I guess I should go see what there is that they offer. Okay, now I'm going to go into this color Corduroy, which looks like a nice red. I'm putting that in the crease too. Try not to cover up Earthy. I'm not doing a very good job of it. I'll put some over here. I like the shade red. This earthy shade red. Let's go into Rattan, which is a little lighter color. And lighten this up a little bit. That and Earthy are very much the same. It's just a little lighter than Earthy. Okay. I'm cutting a little too close to the sun here. Okay, I'm gonna go into Boogie. Boogie on down. I keep having 70s songs in my head when I use this palette. Disco songs. 70s disco songs when I use this palette. Let's move tonight. Let's groove tonight. Does anybody else like disco music? Okay, I think I totally got rid of that red. Let's bring it back. Let's bring that corduroy back. I'm not thinking straight this morning. I don't know what my problem is. I just got a lot on my mind. Stay tuned this Friday. Oh, no. No, not this Friday. Go look at last Friday's video. I will have done a giveaway. My last Get Ready With Me. I will have done a giveaway. And this Friday, I will announce the winner. Okay, this is a muddy mess. This is a muddy mess. Let me clean up here. This is my fault. This is all my fault. Let's put a shimmer on. And maybe it will save the look. I'm going into jumpsuit. It's kind of a goldish color. There, that kind of makes things look better. Maybe tomorrow we will do a golden green look. My cat's meowing because she thinks she's alone. I'm going to take some of this shag rug and lighten this up. Yeah. I think it needed that shag rug to lighten it up. Okay, I'm going into that disco color. For the inner corner highlight. Just do a little finger blending. Not my best work, but we gotta move on. So let me put on my mascara, clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I know it's not the best look, but we made it. We put it together, and yeah, I wish I would have started it differently, but we did make a look, and I used this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and I used this shade and a little bit of this shade here to lighten up the look a little bit. So this is the final look that I got going on here, and yeah, I still like the first look that I did the best, and I liked yesterday's look too. But yeah, I don't know, Tuesday's looks, I don't know. Tuesday's just Tuesday. Tuesdays just be Tuesday, and okay, let's go ahead and move into look number 4, and maybe we will have some good luck then. Okay, see you in day number 4. On to the next look. I think I want to use this color right here, this rattan, and I want to use some greens. Maybe this platforms. I don't think I've used this yet. And I don't want to use funky. I think I want to use this color right here, this Paisley. That's the dark color. So some yellow and some greens. And I don't know yet what I want to use as the shimmer color. Maybe that green, but I don't know. I don't have my brushes together yet. So I'm dipping into that platforms color and going in. I don't think I've used this yet. I don't think. Y'all would know. Y'all have seen me more recently. Yeah, maybe I have used this platforms color. It's coming out a lot darker on my eyes than it is in the pan. Or maybe my brush is too dirty. That could be the case. I didn't think it would be this dark. In any case, we've got that down. I'm going to mix rattan with shag rug to lighten it up a little. And we're going to go in here in the inner part of the eye. I gotta admit, my eyes are a little blurry this morning. So we'll just see how this look turns out. Okay, I liked mixing those two together. So tonight, of course, y'all will be able to see this on my channel already. I'm doing a makeup club. Hopefully, we're still doing it. Hopefully, it's up on my channel. Well, it might not be on my channel. It might be on C's or Christine's channel. We're doing a makeup club where we are doing Halloween looks. And I'm going to do a Bride of Frankenstein look. I've got to go by CVS this afternoon and get some more makeup wipes. I have a makeup melting balm that I'll be using because I'm hoping that will help get rid of the makeup that I'm using, because I'm using a green and gray foundation. And did I mention this already? It's very hard to get off. And I don't need to go to work the next day looking sick. Okay, I'm going into that Paisley color I know I've used that before. This is kind of a brownish green color. I love the earthiness of these greens. Angelica did a great job with this color story. Let me know if you got this palette and what you think of it. I don't think you can use special codes, but they do sales occasionally. Just come back in with this rattan and chagrin color. Okay, what do I want to use? I've used jumpsuit, I've used groovy. Do I want to use disco? I've used jumpsuit, I've used groovy, I've used glam rock, right? I've not used chevron. Maybe use chevron. It's the green one. Like I said, this palette does not have a lot of special shades in it, but the shimmers are solid. And they make a beautiful look. Okay, let's clean up this look. I might use my olive eyeliner when I go off camera. In my waterline. Maybe in my waterline, but definitely on my lash line. Let me take that Paisley and put it in my lower lash line. Just a little bit. Is it raining outside? Okay, and then we want an inner corner highlight. Let's go back into Disco. That shimmer shade. Yeah, cool. Cool, baby. Okay, I'm going to go put on my eyeliner, my mascara, clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, and here's look number 4. I thought it was raining, and it was just the coffee machine kicking on. So there's that. So this is the look. I like this look. I like this look a lot. See, there's the coffee machine beeping, turning off. I don't know if you can hear that, but I used this shade here, this shade here, this shade right here, these 2 shades right here, and this shade right here. So I think, yeah, I like this green shade. I like this green look a lot. I like this earthy green shade, this earthy green look a lot from this palette. Now, what are we going to do tomorrow? I don't know. It seems like, what shimmers have I not used? I don't think I've used Funky. I don't think I've used Funky yet. So, there's that. Did I use tie-dye? I don't think I've used tie-dye. I don't think I've used these 2 right here. So, we might have to make another red look tomorrow. So, I might use this corduroy again tomorrow and try another red look, another red and brown look tomorrow. So, I think that's what I'm going to try to do. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. So, here is the look again. And now we are going to go on to the 5th and final look. We are on to the final day. And I was looking back at the pictures, and it looks like a lot of the looks I'm doing are the same. Like, look 2 and look 4, the green looks were incredibly the same. And I apologize for that, but I think the colors, the shades in here are just, like, when these 2 show up, like, I used this shade one day to darken up the outer V, and then this shade the other day. And they just were basically the same. And then I used this shade one day, this shade one day, and this shade the next day, and I think they are incredibly the same on the eyelids. So I'm sorry that the looks came out basically the same, but I don't know, there's not a lot of nuance in this palette, so the looks are going to kind of be the same when you do them. So I'm going to probably do a look I did already today, but I'm going to start off with this corduroy, yes, corduroy shade right here. And I'm going to put it right here. and do a red look. And I'm going to use that shag carpet, that white. And I'm going to use Boogie, that brown. It has been incredibly busy at work. Not necessarily where I am. Well, it has been, because we're going to be going through an audit soon. And then, but just in the workplace, it has been very busy. Lots of people everywhere. I don't know why it's been so busy. Okay, now I'm using that shag carpet. I don't know, I just feel like using the white instead of the mustards. It's just been people in the lobby disturbing my peace. At least I'm one of the first people to get there, so I get a pretty good parking spot. That's all I really care about, is getting a good parking spot. Because my colleague yesterday who came and took over for me was like, I could not find a parking spot for anything, and had to park on the other side of the building. Which is the big building. Okay, I'm gonna take that shade Boogie. Whoops. We're gonna use one of these shimmers that I talked about yesterday that I haven't used yet. So it's been busy. I don't mind it in a way. Keeps things interesting. As long as there are slow times too. I wonder when this audit's gonna be. I'm going back into that corduroy color. Okay, now that we've got those established, let's clean up a little bit. Let's take that boogie color, put it in the lower lash line. Just a little bit. I like that corduroy color, that red shade. I think this look turned out a little different than the other looks. Okay, so we got funky. I don't think I've used funky yet. It doesn't look like I have a swatch in there. So we've got funky right here. How many shimmers are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think the tie-dye is the only one I haven't used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think tie-dye is the only one I haven't used. Because I used Disco in my inner corner. Cool. These are the most impactful shimmers, but they are good for a look, for a nice, easygoing look. I think this palette has been fun to work with. Makes nice, easygoing looks. I've had fun with it. I'm gonna take Shag Rug and put it in my inner corner. You're not going to be able to make wild looks with this palette, but you will be able to make nice neutral looks with this palette. Nice wearable everyday looks. And I think it's a really nice palette, especially if you like warm looks. Okay, these are the shades I used. I used Shag Rug, I used Corduroy, I used Boogie, and I used this shade Funky, which is kind of a little shifty of a shade. Okay, let me go put on some mascara and clean my brushes, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is the final look that we've got going on here. I think it turned out pretty well. I think it turned out pretty nice. I like this look. It's a nice light look. A nice light look for the fall time. So this is the final look, and this was the palette, the Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot palette. Yeah, it says Paisley Hoot down here. And this is what it looks like for the final time. And yeah, I think it is like $45 if you were ever interested in purchasing it. So it is by Singe, S-I-N-G-E, yeah, S-I-N-G-E Beauty, owned by Angelica Newquist, who is a creator on this platform. And yeah, so let me know what you think of the looks. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down in the comment section, and share this with your friends if you think they would enjoy it and all that stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Do all the YouTube things, turn on your notification bell, do all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, sending you out all of those good vibes, and I will talk to you later. Okay, goodbye.